YouTube has been around for 12 years now, and it's had a huge effect on a lot of different industries. It's hard for YouTube to not change things about how companies run things. It's the third most visited website in the world. Almost 5 billion videos are watched on YouTube every day, and YouTube gets over 30 million unique visitors per day. The average number of mobile YouTube video views per day is 1 billion. One of the industries affected by this is the gaming industry, and specifically the indie gaming industry. Indie video games have existed since the 1970s, but publishing games on a small scale was difficult. Before the mid-90s, large-scale game distribution was dominated by big publishers and retailers. Indie game developers either had to create their own company, find a big game company willing to publish their game, or give it out themselves on a small scale. By the 2000s, video games started getting better graphics and huge games started to become more common, so that caused them to become more expensive to produce. This made the big video game companies not want to take risks on new games and kept doing what worked and made them money previously. This caused indie developers to have their games be rejected even if they had a good idea because an unknown game was too much of a risk to invest money into. Along with Steam, which makes it easy for indie developers to distribute their games to the public, YouTube gave developers either free or very cheap advertising, which helped spread the popularity of indie games and brought them to the attention of a wider audience. YouTubers usually choose which games they want to play based on what they're interested in actually playing and are willing to spend a lot of their own money to get games. This means that indie developers don't need to pay a lot of money to advertise their game, and they just need to send the YouTuber a free copy of the game for a chance at a lot of exposure. The developers get free advertising, and the YouTuber gets a free game that they can turn into videos and make themselves money. Out of all the channels on YouTube, gaming YouTube channels are some of the most popular besides the Vevo accounts of celebrities. The common videos to post are Let's Plays, where somebody plays a game and they talk while playing it so it feels like you're just playing a video game with a friend. And people also do tutorials where they teach you how to play the game. And people watch gaming videos either because they're interested in the game or they like the YouTuber that's playing the game. PewDiePie is the most subscribed to YouTuber with 58 million subscribers, and he became known for playing video games. He was the first user to have more than 10 billion video views, and every video he posts usually gets from 2 to 3 million views. He plays a lot of indie video games and has helped a lot of well-known indie games gain their popularity, like Five Nights at Freddy's, Amnesia, The Binding of Isaac, McPixel, and more. He's not the only one that has had an impact, because there are a lot of other gaming channels with a lot of influence and a huge audience that helps boost the sale of the games. Five Nights at Freddy's is a game every gamer knows, an indie horror game that was released in 2014 that twisted the traditional horror game genre and made it so you can't move and you can only use security cameras and door controls to keep away the creepy animatronics. Nearly every popular gaming YouTuber has played this game, such as PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and the Game Grumps, with each of the videos getting millions of views. Now Five Nights at Freddy's has 4 sequels and merchandise in GameStop and Hot Topic, and if you say the name Five Nights at Freddy's, everybody knows it. Rocket League is an indie car soccer game developed and published by Psyonix. It was released in July 2015 for Windows and PlayStation 4 and was eventually released for the Xbox One, Mac, Linux, and the Nintendo Switch. It's a soccer game, but with rocket-powered cars instead of people. Rocket League became a massive success and got over 6 million sales and 18 million unique players a year after being released. There are currently 25 million unique players, and there is an average of 1.1 million players a day. In March 2016, Psyonix created the Rocket League Championship Series. The 2016 finals happened in August 2016 and had a $55,000 prize pool. The second season in December 2016 had a $125,000 prize pool, and the third series started in March 2017 and there was a $300,000 prize pool for the finals. Rocket League also became an official esport and joined the Electronic Sports League, so professional teams compete with each other in competitions for huge cash prizes, and they're broadcasted around the world. Keep in mind, Rocket League only came out 2 years ago, and a lot of the popularity came from their choice to promote through YouTube and Twitch. Psyonix had a prequel to Rocket League called Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars, released in 2008, and it wasn't successful. Psyonix decided to focus more on marketing for Rocket League. They didn't spend any money on the typical marketing ideas like ads. They decided to send YouTubers and Twitch streamers early release copies of the game to help promote the game, because they knew that these clips would be shared, watched, and spread on social media. They also made the game accessible to those interested through alpha and beta testing, and fans of the YouTube and Twitch streamers would get interested and start playing as well. Within a week of official release, they had more than 183,000 unique players. The impact that YouTubers have had on the indie game industry is huge, and now games published by indie developers are able to make millions of dollars and be known globally, instead of an industry being just led by big companies.